It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And coming up next is the Commanders' Offensive Player of the Year. He's the owner of the third most rushing touchdowns league-wide. It's the Commanders and the Jaguars. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store. Is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
First play's a run with Nwangu. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He'll drop to throw. And his pass incomplete. You look at this Jaguar defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen for the Wildagin. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about it being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass. That's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2. Once more, Gibson. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Jaguars at 4 and 6 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now this defense for the Commanders, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out. Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game.
Well, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much of margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
That's caught. He finds Danny Gray.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34.
And that seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good his guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. Touchdown, Washington!
Cooper Kupp,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Commanders will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt.
Let's go.
And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And that's going to be another 1st down. Good running for him to start the drive. This one, 11 yards.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
First carry now for Alexander Madison. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense.
They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it?
Lawrence, and that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 19.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. 2nd and 10. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. A fake on the jet sweep. Now Lawrence off play action.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Chris Godwin
laying himself out in the end zone.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from evening this one up.
And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone. but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Commanders' offense returning to the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 6.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down. Seven, our score after 1.
Second quarter down from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That ball caught. It's Mike Andrews, the tight end. Well, he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out.
A huge play there for Washington. 41 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create, and if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Throw left side, complete to Cup. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
How about that stand defensively? The sticks were moving against them. First down after first down was being piled up. They had driven all the way down the field, and then they ran into a wall on 3rd and goal. Nice job regrouping. Very impressive.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Get a look at receiver Chris Godwin as this offense returns for their next drive.
He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
On first down, right back to Gibson.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
79 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
This is caught. It's Cooks.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28.
They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. That's going to be caught. Touchdown.
Chris Godwin
with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year.
And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is now 14-10.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Washington offense set to take over.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. They'll set up to throw.
A quick pass to Cup.
He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Second and 15. They'll set up the screen for the Longu.
They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Finding Gray on the out route. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They'll look to throw. But it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Back to throw again. Flush to his right. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
Back to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 5. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
Myers' kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
And Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
They go play action now. Lawrence. That is caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered. And that one's incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll go Madison up the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And that will be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They saw the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. And this one a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. First possession of the 2nd half now for Washington. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. On the RPO, that's complete right side. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
Nwangu going to get it on the counter.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
They'll go right back to Nwangu.
And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Right side, and he finds Gray.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs.
Get a look at receiver Chris Godwin as this offense returns for their next drive.
He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here. 3rd quarter, we'll see what else he has in store for us. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 2nd down, Lawrence. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson.
And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Drops this off with Nwangu.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down.
Back now at FedEx Field.
It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Mark Andrews, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Jaguars getting set to go.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
Now it's 2nd and 10. A fake on the jet sweep. Now Lawrence on play action. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Now, this is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Rogers' numbers would be larger. But remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. But prior to the Naval Academy back then, you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Barton. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 23.
23 yards the pickup there.
Here's Madison running on first down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
On play action, Lawrence.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
The kick by Bass is good.
But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
By the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10.
Running from the shotgun with Madison.
And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bailey. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
That was was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, they run with Madison. Stiff-armed him. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And his kick is no good. And just barely missing it wide to the right. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they caught a break with that missed field goal. Instead of being tied, they now sit in the 4th quarter driver's seat, still up 3.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
On the toss, here's Nwangu.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now Lawrence.
And that is incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one. He might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he'll return his ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, you got the Oski, maybe not a
touchdown, Washington.
Cooper Kupp,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars.
Down by 10, 2:13 remaining. They're down to 1 timeout plus the 2-minute warning, so speed will certainly be of the essence. Down 2 scores late. Looking downfield for Godwin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And
they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Let's go.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They go play action with Lawrence.
He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Hey, here we go, baby. Here we go. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Lawrence.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Marco Wilson. Now inside the 25. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence.
He finds his man, complete. That's Bailey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Hey, run!
Now Lawrence to throw.
He gets it to Cooks. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Well, somebody lit a